Hello, my lovely Virgo. I am Love from a Leo, and today I'm here to reveal what's going to be happening in your November for 2018. I've been getting lots of emails and things about a lot of you guys who are or have noticed that they are pregnant based on a video I did, I want to say 2 months ago. I'm not sure. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of emails like that. So if you're pregnant, congratulations. If you just had a baby, a new addition, if you just found out, all of the above, congratulations. Okay, so let's go ahead and see for my Virgos what's going on. Okay. All right, so the energy for the beginning of November. Scorpio season mainly, and then moving into Sagittarius. Okay, so that's just in case you keep up with stuff like that. So the energy or the base, the subject is the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this can represent an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. This is usually a dominant woman. But in this case, she's being really irate, maybe bossy, being a little too forceful, burning people, maybe burning bridges. That's the energy of a person that I'm feeling. That could just be the energy of what's going on in general. So let's go ahead and jump in. So we have the Hierophant here. So this could be an Aries or a Sagittarius, I'm feeling. You know, this is someone who is smart, but I think this is an event. This is signaling some type of initiation, maybe higher education, some type of initiation to a higher position. So let's go and see what that's about. What are we initiated into? Let's go. In the beginning of November. Please and thank you. Oh. Every time I record, dogs want to do this. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so it looks like there a truth has been revealed. Kind of like someone is finally out of the dark about something. They're definitely getting what they want to the maximum. It may involve a Leo. It can involve a Leo child in your life, or the inner child in you, or a Leo person that you know, a Leo person that you watch, such as me, signifying something. Like, you're definitely getting something. We move on to the Five of Wands here, and it's some stagnation, but only because there's fierce competition. But then we have the Empress here, who comes and really shows you how to appreciate what you have, and I guess having to fight for the things that you want really gets that Empress energy going. And I feel like it's really just you as an earth sign saying, okay, I'm really leveling up into a better me, into a new me. It's like you're looking at yourself, you're taking your thoughts serious, and you're going after what makes you really happy. And with doing that, there are challenges, but I think that's what makes you more in line with your Empress energy, whether you're a male or a female. Having that creativity, you know, being productive, being expansive, being appreciative of things that are happening. We then move into the Nine of Cups in reverse. So this to me is maybe the path that you're on you may not be comfortable with. Maybe you feel like it's time to move on or move up towards something. Maybe so, like the things, your emotional life, your relationships between people that you know and things. I feel like there's a sense of not necessarily wanting them, or it's a sense of not being satisfied with these people, these relationships, these connections, partnerships in your life. So let's go ahead and see if I can get some indication on who this may be. So we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this is because someone feels as though they're not getting the recognition that they deserve. Okay, recognition they deserve in what tense? I'm gonna go ahead and just pull out these cards. I don't know, I got the sense to start using all of my other cards, so that's what I'm gonna do in this reading. Oh, it's because it's raining. That's why. It's about to start raining. I have a huge connection to rain, y'all. I'm sorry. So this is going to be a good reading for y'all. All right. All right, so again, we're asking, I'm trying to figure out, what is it that you're unsettled with? What is it that you're not okay with? And there seems to be some sense of not being recognized for something that you do. Wisdom. Okay. So I feel like you know more and you're ready to start doing better. And with that, I feel like there may be a Sagittarius present. And I feel like you aren't getting what you want from them. You're not getting that intensity that you once had, or maybe. Or they may not be expressing themselves in a way that makes you feel good about yourself. Or maybe you shared something with them and you feel like their priorities are just not there. Maybe you're back on your priorities, like you need your stuff to be good, but they're not on that. Like they're not on the same page. And I feel like it is a Sagittarius, but it could be any sign, but leaning more towards fire Sagittarius, okay? So then we move to the Magician's card here, which is amazing. I really like to see that right at 222. So balance. Okay, so going on a new adventure, or maybe going down an old path in order to figure out what your magic is. So for some of you, this may mean understanding past lives, going back and going to different jobs, or figuring out where you went wrong with a certain job. For some of you, this means encountering a person who may be an Aries or someone who's really naive, or someone who was naive but is not anymore. And I think that's where the power comes from. You've learned, you've experienced, and it could have involved the Sagittarius, but or if it's not a Sagittarius, literally, it's Sagittarius energy. It's like just absorbing and being not necessarily naive, but just absorbing and seeing and going with the flow. But with that being said, it's like sometimes you learn by being naive because you get in a lot of different situations. So I feel like, yeah, you've grown, and that's where your power is going to stem from. Okay? So going into the middle of your November. Okay, we got 2 cards already. I'm so sorry, guys, if my dogs start barking. It is raining, so they might get a little scared. Alrighty. So here, the energy for the middle of November is the 10 of Swords in reverse, okay? So this is a time of moving on, okay? This is a time of ending cycles. This is a time where you are definitely learning how to move on from something, okay? So whether it's your world as you know it, whether it's partnerships, whether it's the way you think, some old behavior or attitude is being changed, okay? Now you can go with this and it can be a lot easier and you can get a lot of benefits and things coming your way manifested towards you, or you could go against it and it could be really, really hard for you because when you're stubborn, it makes things a lot harder to manifest towards yourself. And, you know, it just makes things a lot slower in the outcome, okay? So, King of Pentacles. So there could very well be a Taurus coming through. Or maybe this is just you being on top of your money. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, so this person could be a man who there's a message of change coming through, but it seems like bad karma is coming. A message of starting anew. Starting something that should have been done a long time ago, honestly. Now this transformation could come in a good way or it could come in a bad way. But either way, there will be transformation coming in the middle of your November. This is in reference to the King of Pentacles. Let me see if I can get a little bit more information on who this King of Pentacles is. Let's go ahead and use the Zodiac Oracle. Who is this King of Pentacles? King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Who is this person? What is their energy, their vibe? So we have Mars. This is someone who could be very aggressive. You could have lots of passion towards this person. This is someone who is maybe like an Aries, has this Aries like fiery energy. Again, this could be a Sagittarius. I'm feeling Sagittarius vibes very strong. But nonetheless, this is something that's very aggressive in nature, or at least the energy between it can be very, very passionate. But it could also cause for a lot of war, fighting, battles, arguing, for example. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure what that. It comes with both passion, but also I feel like war is in the midst of it as well, or some type of argument. What's the word? Argumentative energy. You know what I mean? Okay, so moving on. We have the Chariot in reverse. Okay, so this is Cancer energy in reverse. This is your motivations are off-centered. Okay, so they're not calibrated. If they are calibrated, they're not calibrated towards what you and your soul needs. So let's go ahead and see why. What's the cause of this? Where is this coming from? We have the Knight of Pentacles. So this could be a Capricorn. Okay? Or this is someone who works for what they want, but they're ready to leave whenever they want as well. Okay? So this is someone who I feel like, or maybe an energy or a vibe that you felt that was there, or this could have been you feeling very energetic about something or passionate about a certain project one day, and then 2 months later you could care less about it. You know what I mean? And then there's no energy poured towards it, and so then you leave the project alone. And so your motivation, your whatever it is that you were so driven by, you don't care about it anymore. You're moving away from it. You know what I mean? Or maybe you have achieved what you wanted from a certain person or a certain thing that you were trying to achieve, and now you're ready to move on. In simple terms, it could just be as simple as wanting to change your job. You feel like you have lots of options, or you may just feel overwhelmed. Not even options, but just overwhelmed. Maybe you feel like you're not on the right track for your soul. And maybe you feel like you didn't do the thing necessary to have your world balanced. All of this is negative. All of this is doubting. All of this is nitpicking of what a Virgo does, you know? Whenever they feel down about things, or when they feel unsafe, or when they feel like things are not practical or stable, Virgos have a tendency to start nitpicking. And a lot of the times, if they get annoyed by nitpicking other people, they'll start nitpicking at themselves. And I know this. I'm a Virgo moon, so I probably know this more than a lot of Virgo suns. You know what I'm saying? So if you are a Virgo who is having this energy of wallowing down in yourself and just going into this wormhole of details and beating yourself down, you need to stop. There's ways to try to get out of that. As a Virgo, I feel like the more organized you are, the easier it gets for you to feel less clutter in your brain. Does that make sense? Look at your surroundings, Virgo. You're a Virgo. If you can look around, however your environment is, at least in your home, the things that you can control, however that looks, that's how your brain looks. And I had to learn that as a Virgo as well. We really do we dump out what our brain says or feels whenever we feel attacked emotionally. That's what we as Virgos do. I'm not sure what does that. Maybe the Mercury, but then the Virgo compassion, like the emotion and the logic collides, and it kind of, you know what I mean? It puts friction, and it causes stress for a Virgo mentally. And then that trickles down in so many other ways. And if you're a Virgo who goes through this or does this more than often, or a Virgo who has anxiety, then you know exactly what I mean. So, but this is something that you can control. You just have to tackle what the source is. You have to break down the machine that's not working, and then be able to put it back together so that you know exactly how it works from the rooter to the tutor. That is what Virgo does. Find the step, fix it, put it back together, okay? And then be able to teach someone else how to do it. That is what we're here to do. I don't know why we're here to understand patterns, behaviors, attitudes, things, details. I don't know why we're here to do that, but we are. Or that's part, you know what I'm saying? That's if you are a Virgo, if you have heavy placements in that, that's something that you have to learn how to deal with. It's not an easy sign. And that's why so many people, I feel like, look over it. There's so much depth to Virgo. You have to tap into that inner Virgo, tap into that inner peace, that angelic realm that you possess within yourself. And a lot of you guys have forgotten that you even have that. You've forgotten the angelic aura that you carry as a Virgo, even if you're the darkest of the darkest, you know, as far as energy and spirituality, you know, or even if you're in a dark place in life in general, you still have this aura or this light that you have to carry because that's just who you are. And so that's what you have to remember. And so all of this complaining, that's not going to do anything. You want to talk about being practical, that's not practical. It's not going to change the outcome. You just complaining about it or pounding your head, you know, stressing yourself out. None of that adds to the finished product, okay? So keep that in mind whenever you start to feel like you're attacking yourself or other people around you, okay? Two of Cups. So this is a really good indicator after that. So we have harmony, and I feel like this is in your relationships, or at least in your emotional life, in your home, especially Virgo moons or Virgo risings watching, or if you have Virgo in your fourth house. All of these are good indicators of, you know, good energy between you and the things that you love or the things that you are emotionally attached to. I feel like you finally figure out how to calm your mind, how to find the peace and serenity. But I think you did this because you finally connected with whatever source that you engage with to find that groundingness, to get back centered. Whatever it is that you do, whether it's cleaning or whether it's praying, whether it's doing rituals, whether it's doing spells on yourself, whatever it is, whether it's self-medicating, you know, as far as like working out, things like that, you know, healthy, holistic ways, you found what it was that helps you as a Virgo. You know what I mean? And I feel like you just feel better feeling energy that isn't stifled, energy that isn't so stuck, you know, that isn't so stagnant because it's stressful, okay? So I feel like you finally feel a different type of energy. So let's go ahead and get to the end of your November. Oh, end of November for my Virgo. Y'all hear how hard it's raining? I hope y'all can hear it. I love the sound of rain. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, the way you're going to end off your November, which is going to be Sagittarius season, we have the Three of Cups. So this is fun. This is having a really good time with friends, enjoying company, the emotional parts of your life, the relationships, the family, the friends, all of that good stuff that makes you feel warm and cozy are definitely going to be fun energy during this time, the end of November, okay? You also need to make sure that you're not overindulging in anything that you do. This could be a time where you're drinking heavily or eating a lot. You don't want to weigh yourself down physically or spiritually, okay? So make sure that you're not making mistakes, and make sure that you're prepared so that by the end of November, you can really let loose or relax and actually allow yourself to enjoy this time. So make sure during your November, you're getting the big stuff done. So at the end of November, you can relax, okay? So we're starting with the Four of Wands in the end of your November as occurrences are happening. So this is, again, with celebrating. This could be a big occasion event. This could be Thanksgiving or a birthday. It's some type of celebrating with people that you are very familiar with and that you love, and people that make you feel comfortable. You don't feel weird around them, or at least for the most part, you feel you're laughing. You know, those people that can actually make you smile, or those people that actually make you forget about your problems that go on in your everyday life, you know? The people that ground you. I feel like that's what it's going to be, the people that ground you. Okay. Okay, so there could this is the Emperor card, so you could be getting in touch with your father, maybe someone who has a lot of, you feel like is a very respected person in your life. So this could be your mother, grandmother, but someone who has a very powerful stance in your life and you respect them a lot. This could be an Aries. If you have Aries in your life, that's very important. But ultimately, this is someone who makes you feel safe and you feel protected by this person. They also could spark some type of inspiration for you moving forward, okay? So then we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So this usually means that you're missing a sign, or you have went into the danger zone. So let's go ahead and see what this cautionary card is telling us, because that's usually what it means. Like, there's a warning. So let's go ahead and see what that is. Okay, so don't get lost or trapped in your mind, okay? So, again, you may start feeling that itch again to mentally not know what to do. I'm not understanding where this is coming from. I feel like all of this is coming from a mental state. You may have, maybe it's because you have a lot more that you want to do, or a lot that you want to do, and it's not happening at the pace that you would want it. And maybe that's stressing you out. I'm not sure, but you have to figure out why you're getting so stuck. What's going on? Let me fix this. Okay. So there's a blessing that's also being missed. So there's something that needs to be put to rest. It could be a Sagittarius that you're dealing with, or something that happens in Sagittarius season. That you have to be courageous in order to get this done. There's no other way around it in order to succeed. And that's confirmed by the Three of Wands. And this is going to be something that you have to work towards. You have to be independent in your own right to get to it, okay? It's going to take a lot of mental energy, but it's something that you can do. It's something that's going to stabilize your world in so many ways. You just have to do it. You already know what you have to do, and it may end up with someone on the short end of the stick, okay? And it may involve an ex or old memories, but you have to remember there has to be some type of karmic balance. There has to be justice for things that were done, that were wrongfully done, wrongfully said, in order for you to gain that courage back, okay? And for you to, you know, feel justified for whatever change that came so unexpectedly for you, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so it'll be a blessing in disguise for sure. It'll probably be something that you feel like, what the hell? But in some type of way, it serves as a blessing, whether it shows up now or in the future. But it'll all lead up into you feeling powerful as an earth sign and as a woman, if you are a woman, or just independent as a person, even if you're, you know, not a female. Okay? But it starts at putting something to rest. There's something that needs to be put down, something that takes a lot of courage, though. So it's not something that's going to be easily done, but it definitely, once it's done, it'll be opening a whole world for you, a whole different new world for you. Three of Pentacles. So we're ending off November with cooperation. So I really love this. This could be in a workspace. This could be, you know, just in family. So let's go ahead and see what this is all about. Where are we experiencing see peace? Where are we experiencing cooperation? I'm gonna keep shuffling. Cooperation. Okay, so you're experiencing cooperation in your mind. I feel like you're learning what face to wear, even when you feel stressed out. You're figuring out how to have control over your brain, over your thoughts, over how your thoughts affect you physically. I feel like you're having cooperation in money, understanding the relationship between spending and saving. And I also feel like you're having cooperation between the relationships in your life, whether it be emotionally, sexually, platonic, all of those combined. So in many ways, you're having really, really stable sense of cooperation. And I feel like that's going to be a really, really good way to end your November. And just a really good way to end a lot of the clutter, a lot of the things, a lot of the perceptions, wherever your mindset is at, all of that. I feel like it'll finally be resolved, and it'll feel a lot more worth going through. Like, I feel like you'll feel like everything was worth it by the end of November. You just have to get through it. With that being said, I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I enjoyed reading for you all. Let me know if you have any questions. Please leave a like, a comment. All of that helps so, so, so much. If you can't get a personal reading, the least you can do is leave me a like, a comment, subscribe. At least tell a friend, you guys. Anything helps, you guys. I love you guys so much. And yeah, I'm Love from a Leo. If I'm not your favorite Leo, one day I will be. And until next time, my lovely, lovely, vivacious Virgos, I will see you very, very soon, okay? Bye.